Hi there, welcome to the Deeper Than Eczema YouTube channel. Happy that you're here joining us once again. Just in case you've not seen me before, my name is Trudy and I'm the founder of this YouTube channel. I also have a blog and social media platform can be found in the description below. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about preparing for winter when you have eczema. So what routines and what strategies and techniques do you put in place in order to manage your eczema symptoms throughout the winter? So this is part one. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 topics, and then there'll be part 2 where I'll talk about another 5 topics. So the first one is to do with layer of clothing and to avoid overheating. So obviously, as it gets colder, we want to stay warm and we want to have more layers of clothing to wear. But too much layers of clothing can actually cause skin irritation because then we get hot and sweaty. And the sweat which comes out of the skin can potentially irritate the eczema. So it's about finding that balance. It's about being able to wear enough clothing so that we're warm, but not too little clothing that we're cold. So what I've said in quite a few videos is when we wear a jumper, to have a thin layer of something cotton underneath so that the wool doesn't go directly onto our skin. And that leads me on to the next topic where I talk about using gentle fabrics. So with gentle fabrics, that includes things such as cotton, and it also includes things such as silk. So making sure that it's loose, that it's breathable, so that it doesn't irritate our skin is important. And we're all different, so some people with eczema may be okay with wool, and sometimes some people with eczema may be not okay with wool or synthetics or polyester or nylon. It's about what works best for you. So being able to work out what's gentle on your skin, what suits your skin, and what doesn't suit your skin. The next topic I'm going to speak about when it comes to preparing for winter when we have eczema is protecting our hands, which is actually quite important. I find in the winter months, if I'm out walking and if it's really cold, like bitter cold, my hands feel the cold a lot. And when we have cold hands, it's not only to the point where, we can't move our fingers because, our hands are frozen. It can actually irritate the skin as well. So now as we're filming this video, I'm actually finding already that I'm starting to get eczema on my hand. And actually, I'm going to do a demo actually. So you may be able to see here. Let me go a little bit closer. There we go. So you'll be able to see here, I'm actually starting to get a dark patch over here. And if I go to my finger, you'll be able to see on my little finger. There, I think that's clear enough. You'll be able to see on my little finger that I'm starting to get a bit of eczema there. So it's about keeping, as well as protecting our hands with gloves when we're outside and it's really cold. The gloves will keep our hands warm so that I think our hands don't get cold, doesn't dry out. It's about moisturizing our hands as well. So keeping our hands moisturized and warm throughout the winter is also important. So I've just got this little rash on my hand at the moment, which I've just shown you. So fingers crossed and praying that it doesn't get any worse than that. That is just a little blip and that would eventually disappear. I mean, I do get eczema on my hands sometimes and it's a bit temperamental. 1 minute it's there, the next minute it's gone. I think it just depends on the time of year, basically, and what's going on in life. If I'm really stressed, it will flare out. If I'm not stressed, it's not as bad. My eczema tends to be worse in the winter anyway. So, moving back on track, protection of hands is another thing. And then the next one is heating and humidifiers. So that leads on to the 4th step and the 5th step, humidifiers and heating. So humidifiers in the home basically prevents the air from being too dry. If the air is too dry in the home, it tends to dry out our skin. So humidifiers in the home can release moisture into the air, and moisture into the air can improve, well, not improve, well, it does improve, but having humidifiers in the home can also calm down and manage any eczema symptoms or flare-ups you may have. Moving on to the next point with heating. Obviously, the winter, it gets cold. We want to heat our homes. So having the heater on is great, but too much heating can also irritate and dry out the skin. So it's being mindful on not having the heater on for too much so that the skin doesn't get too dry. So it's finding the balance of using the humidifier and also using the heating. Obviously, we're all different, so what may work for me may not work for you. So personally, heating is fine. If it gets too hot and too stuffy, yes, that can irritate. But other than that, you know, I'm absolutely fine, really. So we're all different. So it's just about what works best for you. And finally, just to say, if you are experiencing any difficulties with managing your skin throughout the winter months and you need professional help, please consult your GP, dermatologist, or any other healthcare professional, which can give you further advice and be able to advise you on treatments if you need so. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will look forward to seeing you in part 2. Take care.